Hey, how you doing? Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video around because the algorithm hates me. Also, down below, I have a Patreon. You don't have to donate if you don't want to, but I would really appreciate it. I don't really have anything to offer, so I'm only asking for $1. And I know saying that I'm only asking for $1 sounds really please don't hate me. Regardless, thank you for watching and enjoy the video. And Gigi, you know I fuck with you, dog. But get up out of here. My boy has rice balls to munch on and actual balls to find. You have to go. You ever had someone that you like, but you don't fuck with? Just that one person in your life that does a lot of things and tends to do them pretty well. And they're just a down-to-earth, real chill person, real nice. And because of that, you kinda wanna hate. It's like, damn, hold on, don't hog all the happiness now. I know that even fathers tend to have favorites, but I would have thought the Heavenly Father was the one exception. Man, life tends to give you no trouble, and I kinda wanna make up for lost time. And of course you don't do it because you're not a horrible person, but the feeling is always there. Do you ever feel that? I don't, because I consider that dick riding, but I understand that not everyone is me. But if that person in your life is similar to Gigi, I can't blame you. From the moment that Momo opened that door, I was worried that Gigi was going to be a problem. If I was Okarun, my blood pressure would have gone up immediately. In walks this 6-foot-something athletic dude, tall as the door. And keep in mind, they're Japanese. I'm pretty sure the average height isn't that high. In walks King fucking James over here, just for Okarun to find out that's Momo's childhood friend and first love. If I was Okarun, I would have transformed right there and blitzed him through the wall. You got history and stats above me, you gotta go. He was sizing up the competition like, yup, yeah, I'm fucked. That is until Gigi reveals his one weakness, opening his mouth. Turns out Gigi is a giant eccentric dork. And I'm not gonna lie, I fucking love it. Pretty with a personality, you gotta give it to him. And he's not going anywhere either because he's moving into Momo's. She's definitely not excited about it and Grandma does not care. The only bill Gigi has to cover is gas. When he gasses her up, ain't shit tactic number 58. Tell her that she's pretty and appreciated and you're living under her roof rent-free. And of course, Ira somehow has to tie this back to Momo being a demon. Can we get her an antipsychotic? I also appreciate getting a bit of Momo Okarun time.
See you tomorrow.
Cool.
They're so fucking cute. Also, there is genuinely a reason that Gigi is at Momo's house. Turns out his house is haunted. He noticed that things were wrong when he moved in there with his family just before middle school started, and he tried to say something, but they didn't believe him. So he chose to ignore it and told himself that it was nothing, until one day the spirit walked up to him and challenged him to a game of Okarun. What do you mean by that? Oh, the spirit was trying to bait him to look at it. Okay, but why did you call it Okarun? No balls.
Oh, brother, this guy's...
And so Gigi's family ended up hiring 5 different exorcists to deal with the spirit. The result? 3 of them killed themselves. Is it weird that that makes me concerned for the other 2? They tried to find more, and after a while, all of them just went, you know what? Call her ass. Apparently, Momo's grandma is the closest thing to Ghostbusters. But Momo's grandma can't even use her powers outside of the city, so she can't even help. And so, Momo's gonna do it. What good are your kids if you can't give your responsibilities to them without their consent? Also, 1, since Gigi couldn't see spirits before and he can now, it's more than likely got something to do with Okarun's left nut. 2, if Momo does do it, her grandma will buy her uniforms whenever she needs it, so it's a win-win. Fast forward to the next day at school, and I'm not gonna lie, Gigi is a giant troll, and I love it. Whether people find him funny or not, he just does his thing and I fuck with it so heavy. His main mission is to just be himself and he's getting it done. Guy told the entire class that him and Momo were married for no reason, just because it was funny. You gotta respect the craft. And I felt horrible for Okarun. He was in class spiraling. It hasn't even been 24 hours with Gigi, and he's already afraid he's gonna lose Momo. You know what? As someone with an anxious attachment style, I get it. You take too long to respond to my text, and best believe I have fantasized about throwing missiles at your house. And to make sure he doesn't have to grab the launch codes, Okarun goes outside to work out. That's when Momo finds him and figures that since he's working out, he won't have time to eat.
Feed you while you get swole.
If you want to.
They're so adorable, holy fuck. And Gigi, you know I fuck with you, dog. But get up out of here. My boy has rice balls to munch on and actual balls to find. You have to go. They started bonding over this gas station beverage and Okarun was in despair. Once again, just putting it out there that a rocket launcher is always an option. Random question, but what do you think Okarun's blood pressure is? Truth be told, I can't even read blood pressure, but I like to imagine that it's a pretty high number because mine would be quite high if I was getting dashed at by a living fucking statue. Loud, screaming, deep voice, running full speed. Momo goes to stop it, but Gigi's not locked in with the fact that this is a normal occurrence. He tackles them to the ground and the statue jumps over them. That's when Momo notices that the statue has a golden ball. Momo grabs onto it with her powers, but the statue keeps running, and thus begins an amazing level of Crazy Taxi. They are running through the streets at full speed. The statue takes to the roof. Meanwhile, Okarun, Gigi, and Momo are on the ground trying not to get killed by traffic and power lines. They manage to grab him after following him up to the roof just for him to break apart. But then he recombines while still running and manages to get away. Thankfully, Momo managed to grab a piece of the statue, its heart specifically, and every single time she crushes it, he screams out in pain. They follow said screams and find him spread eagle in front of a pile of garbage. Remember kids, the best way to get a man to expose himself is to play with his heart. Speaking of his heart, do you want to know why he did all this? First of all, apparently his name is Taro, and he is one of 2 possessed mannequin statues at the school. The other one being Hana, and Hana being his lover. But since Hana is an old model, the school threw her out. So he ran across town just to get to her. He was willing to risk everything just to see her again and make sure she was okay. His acts and declaration of love are so inspiring that it reaches Okarun. Triggered a whole flashback and everything. I'll be honest with you, I find moments like these hilarious, but also genuinely heartwarming. Just a guy willing to do anything for the person he cares about, and he does so without shame because he knows that if he doesn't, he'll regret it. He has to try, and he'd rather try and fail than to not try at all. That's heartwarming and really human, even if the guy is made of plastic. It just shows you how strong love really is. At the end of the day, it's all we have, so why not love fully with our full strength? It's a beautiful message. I love it. Hey, since they're anatomy dolls, do you think they're able to fuck?